Greetings, naturopath Eric Packer from New Zealand, author of Candida Crusher. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to talk about the use of Pau d'Arco with vaginal yeast infection. Now, I really like Pau d'Arco. I think it's one of the best herbs, probably the best herb to use for yeast infections. You can drink it internally as a tea. You can take it internally in a dietary supplement, like in my Candida Remove product. I put a very high grade 4:1, so it's a very potent Pau d'Arco extract in my tablet, along with other things. And you can also use it very effectively for a nail sort of fungal bath, which I'll do another video about. And you can also use it very effectively for vaginal yeast infection, for thrush or vaginal infection. So how do you do that? Well, make sure that you buy a very high-grade product. So you might want to do some Google searching. You might want to talk to a very reputable herbal supplier, and you need to get something with a 2 to 4% content of. It is called Lapacol, I think is the name. Yeah, Lapacol or Lapacol, L-A-P-A-C-H-O-L. Lapacol is the active ingredient in this, so it's got to be around about between 2, 4, or 5% content of this Lapacol. So a lot of inferior or cheap, crappy products that you're going to buy are simply not really strong enough to give you the effect that we're going to talk about today. So what you're going to do is you're going to get about 1 tablespoon of this bark, or you might be able to get a fine powder. You can also sometimes get Pau d'Arco in capsules, high-grade capsules. So in that case, you're going to open up enough capsules to fill up 1 level tablespoon, and then you're going to place that in a saucepan, and you're going to put in about 600 mils, which is about a pint of water, cold water. Now use a good quality water. Don't just go to the tap and just use some tap, we'll get it out of the toilet or the tap, wherever you get it from. Make sure it's bottled or it's filtered or it's a quality water. Okay, cold. Bring it to the rolling boil and then turn it right down to the lowest setting and cover it with a lid until it's simmering for about half an hour. Let it simmer, simmer, simmer. Now I want it to sort of reduce down a little bit from 1 pint maybe to about 400 mils. So we're going to make a slightly stronger brew than we would if we were making the tea. Once you've made this, you're going to basically let it cool down till it's tepid. You soak a tampon in it, and you insert the tampon and leave it in overnight. Now you can do that nightly tampon treatment very effectively, leading right up to your menstrual cycle. If you've got very bad vaginal thrush or recurring, or have had it for many, many years, and it's resistant to fluconazole and different creams or applicators you've used, it's just not going anywhere, then you can still use Pau d'Arco tampon treatment, but I want you to use the boric acid capsule treatment more advantageously 3 to 4 days before your period. As estrogen builds, the thrush usually gets worse. This is when you want to use the boric acid. After your period, do for 4 or 5 days, you can do the tampon Pau d'Arco treatment very effectively. So both of those treatments work together. So have a think about the Pau d'Arco tampon treatment, because it works most effectively for so many women, especially good if you've got mild to moderate yeast infection, not like a serious problem. It can be used by if you're nursing, and it's very effective to use at many different times. So have a think about it. You can use the capsules, as I said, if they're high grade, if you can't get the tea. Otherwise, use the tea. Thanks for tuning into my video. Don't forget to click on the link below if you haven't got my free Candida report. Thank you so much.